Hey guys, welcome back to dezandfoxplay and Doki Literature Club. We don't see. Oh, Sayori was in the corner. That's right.
She's in the corner and she's weird.
But the other
weird.
Yeah. Hang on. Go to history real quick. What did it just say? It just said something and I accidentally clicked it. So. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noted anything about Sayori recently, because they've been spending a lot of time. That's what it is.
Okay. Let me see.
I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else, but the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently.
Alright, yep. There we go. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Slingbo, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk.
Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Slingbo. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really been like this. She always used to talk to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Are you sure about that? It seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Slingbo.
Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
You're so funny, Slingbo. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you.
Good point.
Yeah. I've said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it.
So I do!
But I already forgot what we were talking about. But I already know that this won't be able to get her words out of my head. Okay. Yeah, just side note here. For some reason, our full screen stopped working. Like, I don't know, it's dumb.
We got to do 2 episodes with real full screen, and now it's back in just the upper left.
Being in dumb mode.
Yeah, I don't know.
Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice quiet so I can't hear from her. From here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her? And I'm letting this weigh me down so much. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere.
Like this.
I can barely read this right now.
Do you want a chair that you can scoot closer with?
Nah, we're okay.
Okay.
I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. Ever since I fed her, I stand up from my desk and sit in the one next to her own. Music
change. Which you guys have actual music now.
You can hear it now. That's cool. That's fun.
I didn't mean to bother you or anything.
Relax, you didn't even do anything.
But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts.
Alone with my thoughts? How are you never able to tell that that I was thinking like that?
How are you even able to tell that
yeah,
I was
okay,
like
I'm
that?
so sorry. How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, because everybody's always thinking all the time.
It's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that.
In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern.
Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who would find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen.
It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori.
Sayori, huh? Of course you was thinking about her. Just kidding, go ahead.
That's what she said. Yeah, she seems a little off today, and when I asked her about it, she didn't really want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her.
Oh, that's quite romantic.
Eh?
Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid.
It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all.
Ah, I see. And perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings.
Or maybe I'm just reading
That was for you guys, my gift to you.
Great. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much.
Slingbow, the world is full of meaning often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. I am always a poet, whether you like it or not.
So you think that there might be something behind it after all?
I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she?
Well, I guess that was the case.
Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something.
Then she stabs me!
She throws a raccoon at me!
That's my raccoon impression.
It's called actually, this is Japan, so it's called a tanuki.
Tanuki
attack! Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Hey, gaze, go over there.
Okay. You homosexuals, go over that way. Yeah, alright. See you later, dude.
The male gays. Yeah, they're all a bunch of gays.
What is that from?
30 Rock with Hazel.
Oh, that's right.
One of the best characters in 30 Rock. Anyway.
Sometimes, a person's mystery are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her.
Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you.
That's not a compliment, is it?
It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? What kind of answer was that?
Anyway, as long as we're here, we might as well snuggle up and let me feed you chocolate.
You know, like friends do.
That's what we call reading here in Doki Doki Literature Club.
Right.
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway.
Well, if snuggling up to me and feeding me chocolate takes your mind off of things. Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone, come back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Okay, back to this.
Right, this is longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, for real.
Longer than I thought it was going to be.
This is now 8 episodes of nothing super weird.
With 2 little weird things.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just go from bottom up again.
Alright, Monica.
Hi, Slingbow. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at this festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. Yawning time? Alright, there we go. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Well, maybe good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other as well. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can see that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift by the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind.
It's pretty hopeless.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty good though.
Sure.
You know? I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that. Anyway.
There's another one. Not two-dimensional. Oh, man.
Anyway,
I wanted to get there.
Here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening.
Also, this is a video game. Thanks for listening. All right.
Go Natsuki. Oh, you monster!
Take that.
I wanted to break on my voice before as we bounce back and forth. It's okay. Here we go. We got this.
Yep. Oh, right. That's an ellipsis.
Decided to try something different today.
I guess so. Is that good or bad?
Well, neither. I have my preferences, but it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself.
That's comforting. Kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another.
Huh? Why me?
Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share.
Is that so?
Yuri thinks for a good minute.
That must be terrible.
Huh?
For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me.
Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. It's not the first time I've said that. I just meant that I respect your opinion.
I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to that.
Overthinking?
Being disliked.
Yuri, what?
What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on.
Alright. Do you want to share your poem now?
Okay. Here. Beach.
Oh, dear Lord.
A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky and expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds and endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate... Move the mouse. Move the mouse.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I sink my toes in the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foaming tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it.
You say that like you didn't even want to write about it.
Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while.
Well, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing.
Alright, Natsuki.
Or
should we call it an episode?
Yeah, let's call it an episode and share the next two in the next episode.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next episode.
Yep. Thank you for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye.